Alright, we're checking out a game called Love and Fool's Gold Demo. Alright, see the cast here. We're getting started. I believe this is a visual novel. Option A. We'll go with Jolene. Sure. Jolene is the name of the famous song. Jolene, Jolene. A lifetime of irresponsible pursuit has at last left my body frail. Indeed, my time is near. I can feel it, and when it comes, I come. I will embrace those codes, hands. I will welcome their mercy as the absolute absolved me of my terrible work. I was thinking Boulder Gate 3. What comforts, mother, that I may escape this cruel deserve reckoning. What magnificent injustice. Instead, my legacy will outlast my body and brain. And long after they grow old, the eternal flame will ask the question, was it worth it? Oh, he's growing antlers? And silence will answer, forgive me. Okay.
Cortez Creek. A town looms before you in the distance, shimmering in the dry summer heat like a mirage. You've ridden 5 days straight.
They got that southern boys down, you know. Me and the homies.
They said the bounty was big. Bigger than anything you'd seen before. Little Louis Shepherd, they call him. Not much of a name for someone worth that kind of gold.
Suspicious.
But then again, this is Cortez Creek, a place where they say gold flows from its mountains like water. The place where fortunes are made. And boy, do you need that fortune. Your horse whinnies beneath you, his coat slick with sweat. You pat his neck apologetically.
Sorry, boy.
Not long to go now, boy.
Oh, they have a... Okay. Okay.
The poor thing deserves a break. You both do. Little Louis Shepherd.
$6,000? Dead or alive? Back then? That's like $1 million. Let's just see what he did. Murder, armed robbery, arson, kidnapping, graffiti. Alright, fear-mongering, extortion, and more. I bet you also dine and dash. That one will get you.
One of her so many crimes, I couldn't even list them all on the poster.
How did one guy commit all those offenses?
Must be some kind of mastermind.
I mean, look at those eyes.
You never even heard of the guy. You squint into the distance, just able to make out the shape of Cortez Creek. The town has a rare reputation of experiencing not one, but 2 gold rushes.
Oh.
Its first is said to have taken place in the 1840s, where the gold was harvested right from the creek that gave the town its name. But now, you hear it's enjoying a second gold rush. Unprecedented levels of gold, being mined straight out of the mountainside. That kind of wealth probably explains the size of the bounty on Little Louis. You glance at your purse.
1 gold, 2 gold, 3 gold, 2 silvers.
Pathetically empty. Barely enough to last a week, at a stretch. It's been a rough few months, truth be told. Every bounty you've chased lately seems to get snatched up before you can even draw your gun.
Damn, the bounty targets
That's
are
why you rode
alpha.
all the way out here, for the bounty on Little Louis Shepherd. And this time, you need to be the one who collects. You decide to keep riding. You dig your heels into your horse, urging him forward. It's the last stretch now. No more time to waste.
All right, Cortez Creek, let's see what you got for me.
Invisible. Invincible title card. Or more cinematic kind of style, I should say. 1871. There's blood all
Your
over the
horse
place.
trots into town, his hooves kicking up little clouds of dust with each step.
So this is Cortez Creek, huh? For a so-called wealthy town, it's...
Empty?
Well, it's clearly seen better days.
A pair of drunk men stagger out through the swinging doors of a saloon.
Of course, we're doing that. There's a deer shape here. We have a triangle. Lady, she looks cute. I know she's older, but you know, still. Anyway, blood mark here. Blood mark, old
Red
drug.
graffiti is scrawled on the side of a house, half scrubbed away and splintered. Everything reeks of whiskey, dirt, and sweat. You reach the stables by the side of the town and climb down from your horse.
I don't see anyone.
You glance around for a stable hand, but there doesn't seem to be anyone here. You settle for tying him to a hitching post a little down the street.
This'll have to do for now.
Your horse whinnies, tossing his head impatiently and scuffing his hooves against the dusty ground. He's just as hungry as you are.
I know. Let's get you something to eat.
Food and water does sound good roundabout
Yes.
now, but you know you ought to swing by the sheriff's office to get the latest on the bounty.
I'm
Keep him going.
starving. I can't do anything unless I've had something to eat first.
You head into the heart of the town, in search of the general store.
I was hoping to feed the horse. That's what I thought when it said food. 'Cause I was like, I might as well feed my horse.
The heat and dirt of the place seems to cling to your skin, only adding to your burgeoning sense of unease.
The sooner I can catch this guy and cut loose, the better.
Oh,
You pivot to see a man leaning against a railing, a bottle smashed at his feet.
moonshine.
Another one.
Another what?
Woman.
You. Another outsider. Gonna pollute this town with your dirty gold, are ya?
Dirty gold.
Whatever. You ain't worth my time.
You shake your head and walk away, then pause as the man sneers behind your back.
Thought as much.
Something about his tone makes you pause. You glance back over your shoulder.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know what they say about this town. About what happens if you stay too long. You ain't got a clue, do you?
Before you can press him further, a man pushes past from behind you. He
Damn.
tackles the inebriate to the dirt, landing a few hard kicks as the drunk curls against the ground defensively.
Maybe a
Damn.
bit too much force for a simple drunkard.
He turns to you then, giving you a slow once-over. Judging
Careful
by
with
the
this,
state of his
miss.
attire,
Yeah.
you can only assume he's one of the sheriff's rangers.
Deputy.
What's got your eye, stranger?
Yeah.
There's nothing to see here. Move along now.
And here I thought this was a free country. You got something to hide, lawman? Is that it?
The ranger's jaw tightens, his fingers twitching near his belt.
I like to do consequences
For a
choices.
moment, it seems like he might make a move, but then his shoulders relax, and he gives you a dry, humorless smile.
Best be on your way, outsider.
Darn well right I'll be on my way.
You find your way to the general store and grab the first big loaf of bread you lay your eyes upon.
Could I interest you with some carrots? Dug up fresh this morning.
After everything your horse has endured, a handful of carrots feels like a well-earned treat.
Bread and carrots, let's see, that's 25 cents in total.
Damn, that's so expensive.
You pat your pockets, frowning. That loose change was there earlier, wasn't it? Did some coins fall out when you dismounted, or did someone lift it off you?
Bet you the sheriff
Surely
did.
not.
You missing something? Yeah, I can tell by the look on your face. Bless your heart, you must be new here. Best be careful in Cortez Creek. There's a lot of crooks about. The thieving type.
Thanks for the tip.
At least you still have your purse. You take out the money and pay the shopkeeper.
You
Okay.
take care of yourself now, and keep an eye on them thieves.
You wolf down the bread, and drink your fill of water from the well.
That'll do. Time to see what the sheriff knows about little Louie.
You turn the corner and find yourself in the heart of Cortez Creek, the town square. The sheriff's office stands at the center, but your attention snaps to the noisy crowd gathered outside.
A crowd? This doesn't look promising.
Never does.
All right, settle down now. Settle down.
Uh-oh. What are we settling down for?
You step closer, spotting a man on the porch addressing the crowd. He must be Sheriff Hargreave.
I know y'all want answers, and you'll get 'em. Just hold your peace for a spell.
I'll try.
You push through the crowd, but it's packed tight. Over someone's shoulder, you catch a glimpse of a ranger pulling down a wanted poster. You strain for a better look, and to your dismay, it's a poster of little
Not the
Louie.
$6,000.
I can confirm that as of noon today, the blight known as Little Louie has been caught.
Well, shit.
This capture finally puts an end to the series of criminal activity that has been plaguing our good town of Cortez Creek for some time now. Little Louie has confessed to all of his crimes. And now, God will pass judgment on him for his sins.
Now that's a suspicious statement.
Judgment that will be carried out at dusk in this town square on this very day.
Crowd cheers once again. Dejection settles in the pit of your stomach.
Little Louie is caught. The bounty is gone. Now what?
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm a busy man, and I have a hanging to prepare for.
The sheriff goes back inside, followed by his rangers and the stripped-off wanted posters. You stand rooted to the ground. You really needed that bounty. The two men in front of you shrug as they turn to walk away.
Bounty hunters.
I didn't hear the sheriff announce who caught him.
He didn't say, but if I had to guess, I'd bet my boots it was that wildfire again.
Wildfire?
Wildfire.
Excuse me, what do you mean by wildfire?
You ain't heard of wildfire?
Nope.
What? You been living in a prairie dog hole for the past year?
The men shove past you, laughing.
Well then, that was a warm welcome.
This sounds very, very cold to me.
You stand still as the crowd thins, leaving you alone outside the sheriff's office.
What the hell am I supposed to do?
This town has been unwelcoming since the moment you set foot on its dirt. It's filthy, harsh, unpleasant in every sense of the word. And you've somehow even managed to be robbed in the short time you've been here. You tilt your hat lower over your face, scowling. If it were up to you, you'd head straight back on the road, far away from this rat-infested town, in search of your next bounty. But you don't even know who or where that might be.
True.
For a crime-ridden town like Cortez Creek, surely there's a few crooked characters with bounties on their head, right? Drunks, public beatings.
I mean, we did see
thieves.
that as we came in.
Damn. Speaking of thieves, just left my poor horse tied to that hitching post. Judging by how shady this town is turning out to be, that was likely a fool move. I better check on him. I hope I'm not too late.
Oh, I hope no one
The
steal my damn
streets grow
horse.
quieter as you approach the hitching post, a sense of unease prickling at the base of your neck. Your horse comes into view, but he doesn't seem to be alone. A broad-shouldered man stands by the hitching post, his hands working the reins. You stop in your tracks. It's just what you feared. Someone is trying to steal your horse.
I'm shooting that man.
You walk quietly towards the man, your hand on the hilt of your gun, just in case. The man hears your footsteps and turns around in surprise.
Just in the case I need to pull a bullet in his head.
I'm sorry, partner. I didn't see you there. I just noticed this remarkable fella looked rather hungry, so I gave him
Looks like
something
burn
to eat.
marks here.
I hope you don't mind. I take it he's yours. What's his name?
Safer.
Is that so? Well, it's a fine name for a fine horse.
Oh, they don't say. They skip that part. Okay. I thought that was like
pardon my
pre-tip.
forwardness, but if you're planning on staying the night, you might want to consider moving him to the livery stables. Cortez Creek, it's not the safest place after dark. We've had some trouble with horse thieves around here lately,
Really? You don't say.
and I'd hate to see your horse here fall into the wrong
See how
hands.
they skipped the line.
He pauses, glancing at your horse with a genuine look of concern.
Delivery's secure, and I'll make sure he's well looked after. You have my word.
Fine.
Please do. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
You walk with the man as he leads your horse to the stables, a short distance away.
Here we are.
How much for one night's boarding?
It's a quarter.
You hand him the money.
Much obliged. Oh, and I'm Tom, by the way. Tom Porter.
You nod your head brusquely.
Nice to meet you. You're new to Cortez Creek, aren't you? Let me guess. You're a bounty hunter here on business.
How did he know?
Huh? How could you tell?
You just seem the type, that's all.
Whatever that means. I came here for the bounty on little Louis Shepherd, but looks like I'm a little late to the rodeo.
Oh? How's that?
The sheriff just announced that he's already been caught.
Is that so?
Oh, that means there's more to it. He's
You
about to
look
show.
straight down at his hands as he adjusts your horse's reins. He doesn't look particularly moved by the news.
I heard some people talking about wildfire. I don't suppose you know what that is?
I'm sorry. I'm probably not the best person to ask about these sort of things. I try to
Oh,
keep to
really?
myself.
Why?
Just me, the horses, and the cattle.
You got some sweat stains coming down there,
You could
mate.
say I like to keep things in my life as stable as possible. Get it?
Dad jokes. 10 out of 10.
Oh, Lord have mercy. That is one terrible pun. So, have you always lived in Cortez Creek?
Yep, Cortez, born and raised. It's a beautiful place. At least it was until things got a little, rough around the edges in recent years.
Oh, really? Tell me more.
Rough around the edges? In what way?
Well, it's not too often a town gets a second gold rush. That amount of wealth attracts a great deal of prospectors, traders, general wealthy folk. But unfortunately for Cortez Creek, these sort of people also draw a considerable number of undesirables. People
That can be
looking for trouble.
problematic.
He glances away, looking uneasy.
Can you tell me more?
You'd be better off asking someone else about this sort of stuff.
He swallows hard, avoiding your gaze.
What's with this guy? Why does he seem so uncomfortable all of a sudden? Well, I better find some place to stay for the night. Thanks for looking out for my horse.
It's my pleasure.
Are you gonna watch the hanging tonight?
Oh no, I've seen enough hangings in my time. Don't have the stomach for it anymore.
Don't blame him.
And I almost forgot.
You take the carrots out of your bag.
I bought these earlier. Feel free to share them up between the horses.
That's very kind of you. I'll be sure to do that.
See you around, Tom.
You take care.
You retrace your steps to the town square and find a hotel on one of the side streets. A man stands outside the entrance, shooing away some rats with a broom. He looks up and smiles.
Does he have a gold teeth in his mouth?
Howdy, traveler. You look like you could do with the rest. Can I do you for a room?
He has a pocket watch, too.
You raise an eyebrow at the broom in his hands.
Will I be sharing a room with these rats?
Ha! Not if I can help it. I've gotten pretty handy with this broom.
Okay, a man who
He
knows
opens
his
the
martial
door
arts
for you
skills
and
with the
gestures
broom.
Inside, a proud smile on his face.
I dare say you came here at just the right moment. We're awfully busy here at the best of times, but what with the hanging of that valiant brute Little Louie tonight bringing all the looky-loos from yonder county, we're expecting to be fully booked up once the crowds get here. Horrid little man, that Little Louie. Glad he's getting what he deserves.
Did you know him?
Not personally, no, but one hears what folks say about him.
Oh,
Anyway, it's just one night you'll be staying. That correct?
yes.
Yes. I'll be leaving come sunup. And not a moment later.
I feel like I've heard her voice. I gotta see who does the main female character's
early
voice.
morning start. Mind you, you're not superstitious, are you?
Whoa.
Actually, I am a little superstitious.
Not uncommon for visitors of this town. Well, I could offer you room number 8 instead. The only problem being our housekeeper hasn't quite managed to remove the bloodstain from the wooden flooring. You see, one of our tenants got gunned down last week. Rest his soul. Must have made himself some enemies while staying in this fine town. And
Lovely.
those planks, well, they just soak it right up. The blood, that is.
Room 13 is fine.
Very good. That'll be $1 for tonight.
You reach for your purse. Every coin you part with reminds you painfully of the bounty that you failed to collect. And have missed it so narrowly. After days on the road. You stifle a yawn with the back of your hand.
If you plan on catching a bit of shut-eye before the hanging, I can certainly be around to wake you up when the crowds begin to gather.
That won't be necessary. I'll stay awake.
Well, I'll give your door a knock just in case.
Thank
You
you.
scoff at the knowing look he gives you.
Sure.
The man cheerfully shows you to your room. To your relief, there's not a bloodstain or rat in sight.
Is that a tower short
But you
here?
pause
Some
as a
incense.
peculiar scent drifts across the room towards you. On the bedside table, you spot a bunch of sticks in a jar.
Incense.
Their tips glow amber, emitting an aromatic smoke of cedar wood and saffron. The scent is strong.
What a foul smell. I don't want this stinking up my room.
You pick up the jar of sticks and place it outside your door. The scent still lingers in the air, but at least it's not as strong. The mere sight of your bed makes your legs feel weak with fatigue. You flop down onto the covers. After all, your horse is resting safely in the stables under the kind watch of Tom, so it's only fair that you get some respite also, right?
Oh.
The knock awakens you with a start, disturbing your deep sleep and washing away any lingering images. You hear the familiar booming voice of the hotel owner outside your door.
That got a little creepy.
Crowd's starting to gather. You best get down there to secure a good spot.
Thank
You
you.
head down to the town square, where a large crowd is already forming near the hanging platform. The place is heaving with excitement and grim anticipation.
Hang him! We want to see a hanging! I'm assuming that's what they're shouting.
The sheriff steps out of his building and makes his way up the platform, 2 men following behind. Jeers are up from the crowd at the sight of the small man
Damn, he got a black
who has
eye.
been gagged, and the sheriff hushes them before beginning to speak.
He's basically saying, I didn't know shit. They're lying to you folks. I
Ladies
can
and
see it in his
gentlemen,
eye.
good people of Cortez
And this guy's like,
County,
I can't believe you're playing this game. You sick fuck.
we are gathered here this evening to witness the final
And then they're all
definitive
he's like, I'm here
sermon
to
of
hang this
justice
man.
to one heinous individual who has for many months been a tremendous blight on our beautiful town of Cortez Creek. I am, of course, referring to one Louis Amos Theodore Shepard, known in these parts as Little Louis.
He's probably like, I'm really big, Louis.
There's a ghost of a smile on the sheriff's face. He seems to be enjoying the spectacle.
His capture is a triumph for the cooperation of bounty hunters, benefactors, and law enforcement alike, and I, Sheriff Philip Hargreave, am honored to stand before you to deliver this justice.
There are more cheers of approval from the crowd. The sheriff is clearly popular with the townsfolk. You look over at little Louis as Sheriff Hargreave continues his speech. He has painful-looking bruises across his face, suggesting he suffered through a beating or interrogation of some kind.
Or both.
The man standing before us has been found guilty by the Cortez County Court of Justice for committing the following crimes over a 2-year time frame. 11 counts of murder, 8 counts of armed robbery, 4 counts of arson, 7 counts of criminal graffiti and unlawful fear-mongering.
Hold on. 11 counts of murder. That's a lot right there. He robbed 8 banks, I'm assuming, or 8 establishments. He set 4 places on fire. Or attempted to. He painted 7 graffiti areas and unlawful fear-mongering. That means there are a bunch of people who have heard him say something to an extreme value. I'm wondering if we'll ever figure that
Kidnap,
one.
perjury, bigamy, perverting the course of justice, extortion.
So wait, he also kidnapped someone? Who did he kidnap? Who was a perjury? Bigamy? Okay.
Little Louis shakes his head desperately as the long list of charges is read out, earning him a kick in the back of the legs by the ranger. A woman in front of you turns to her friend.
You mean that one little fella did all those detestable things? What a wicked man.
Well, it's amazing how many people would just believe it.
As you cast your eyes over the crowd before you, they land on a particular figure. A man, dressed in dark clothes, standing on the outskirts of the crowd. Unlike the rest of the spectators, his face is turned to the crowd rather than the gallows. And you're not sure what exactly it is, but something about this guy looks like bad news. The sheriff reaches the end of little Louis's extensive list of crimes, and the crowd goes silent in anticipation. A noose is lowered around little Louis's neck, followed by a bag, masking his panicked eyes for the last time. A sense of unexplained dread fills your body, and a feeling in your gut sinks like a stone. The sheriff steps towards the wooden lever at the side of the stage.
Because something's about to happen.
Ordinarily, at this point, I would ask the condemned if he has any final words. But on this occasion, we have had to gag little Louis to spare the public from his foul-mouthed language. You
Really?
understand? Little Louis Shepard, your sentence is death. May God have mercy on your soul.
He pulls
Oh,
the
shit!
lever, and a great creak echoes across the town square as the platform's trapdoor collapses, and little Louis's body plunges 2 feet down. The crowd breaks out into an uproar. And then, a movement amongst the crowd catches your eye. It's the mysterious outlaw.
With a really nice fit.
You watch as he weaves his way through the crowd so seamlessly it's like watching a ghost.
I want
You
this fit.
stare in alarm as you swipe something from an unsuspecting man. A bag of coins, most likely. You look around frantically.
Surely someone else must have spotted him.
But no, everyone else seems too distracted by the hanging to notice. Maybe this is your chance. If you catch this guy red-handed, you can bring him into the sheriff's office and at least get some kind of bounty reward before you head home. Besides, something about the way he moves tells you he's a wanted man. The rewards could be lucrative.
This guy might be my last chance to make some money in this place. I need to catch him.
Your heart stops as he glances over in your direction, like he knew he was being watched. Your eyes meet, the furious glare of his gaze boring into you like a hot poker.
I stare at him back.
Then,
What else are you gonna do,
just as
Blake?
quickly as he saw you, he keeps moving, further
good.
and further through
Look
to the
away,
other side
fool.
of the crowd, before he disappears behind a building.
Fuck it. Let's get this guy.
Oh, she said the F word.
You push through the crowd in the direction of the outlaw. Making your way through the heaving crowd is definitely harder than he made it seem. By the time you get to the alleyway, of course, it's empty.
Damn, he got
Like
away.
hell I'm giving up. Like
Okay.
I can't have gotten far.
You take the path to the left. You continue running
Oh.
down the path. Turn
Oh. Okay,
and stop
beware.
the tracks as you observe a
That-
message scrawled on the side of a building.
What the hell is this? Is this paint or blood?
You lean towards the graffiti and give it a sniff. It's not a scent you can identify, but its fumes make your head spin.
What kind of drunk leaves a message like this?
You frown, turn on your heel to leave, and then you freeze as you hear the click of a gun from behind you.
Damn.
The air feels cold and still.
Hands above your head. Turn around. Slowly.
Why does he have like an English accent?
You do as the voice says, and raise your hands, slowly turning around. You find yourself standing face to face with the mysterious outlaw. He has an icy, uneasy aura about him.
What do you know?
It's not a question.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
You were watching me in the crowd. Why?
Well, you kind of stand out, mate. You don't exactly blend in.
You can't help but notice the man has
Okay,
a
so
finger
there is a
stick,
particular reason why.
ironically, making him seem even more like an outsider to this town than you.
I didn't mean to watch you. You just caught my eye, is all.
The outlaw raises an eyebrow, but says nothing.
Better than lying, obviously.
What do you know about little Louis?
The criminal?
He narrows his eyes, waiting for you to continue.
Well, I know he's little. That's why they call him Little Louie, I guess. It seems a rather fitting name.
Is that a joke?
I might as well know.
No? What I mean to say is, I don't know anything. Just that he was a wanted man.
Then what are you doing in Cortez Creek?
He had a bounty.
I saw there was a bounty in his name, so I came to this town in hope of catching him. As soon as I arrived, I found out he'd already been caught. Some wildfire got to him first. That's all I know. I promise.
A few moments pass, and then the man seems to relax.
Okay, he knows that I don't know
He
shit.
places his gun back in his holster, all the while not taking his eyes off you.
See, raising his eyebrow.
I can tell that you're not from around here.
No shit.
You wear it on you like a brand.
I just got here
You
yesterday.
shuffle your feet nervously under his exacting gaze.
Heed my warning. Don't get involved in business that doesn't concern you.
Is that helpful advice? Or a threat?
Or both.
He glares at you, almost like he can read your thoughts.
I have no interest in helping you. I simply expect you to stay out of my way.
What's your name?
He scowls.
That's not really relevant, is it?
His eyes shift to the space behind you, and you realize that the commotion from the town square has died down, replaced with steadily approaching chatter. People will be returning to their houses and hotels any moment now. You twist to look over your shoulder and see people beginning to fill the streets. When you turn back around, the outlaw is gone.
Well, there goes my chance at getting his bounty. But who was that guy? And what was he implying about little Louie?
The encounter with the outlaw may have been fruitless, but it certainly helped you work up an appetite. After recollecting your bearings, you find a building adorned with a large sign above the entrance. Randy's Saloon.
Okay, let's hope Randy's doing it good here.
This'll do.
The saloon doors creak shut behind you, and you're greeted with a rush of smoke, chatter, and lively piano music. You spot a few empty tables at the far end of the saloon, a perfect place for a quiet, private dinner before retiring to your room. A good night's sleep, and you'll be up at dawn, ready to leave this sewer pit of a town and figure out a new plan for making some money. You approach the man behind the bar. He gives you a toothy grin.
Is his name Randy?
Welcome to Randy's Saloon. I'm Randy.
Yeah, it's Randy.
May I get a fine individual such as yourself anything to drink?
Damn, those two get. He blinks in a pattern of 1, 2 instead of 1.
Whiskey. And can I get something to eat with that?
Sure, we got Randy's famous buffalo stew.
You look around at the nearby tables and see people spooning a miserable-looking gray slop into their mouths.
Sure. I'll have whatever that is.
That's why I got whiskey to make it go down easier.
Randy's toothy grin widens, revealing a number of missing teeth.
It'll just take a moment, if you want to take a seat at the bar. Aye! That's
Aye.
one more order of Randy's famous buffalo stew, Burley Hank.
You rest your arms on the bar counter before quickly realizing that was a bad idea. It's sticky, and probably hasn't been wiped down in months, if not years.
Well then, traveler, what brings you to Cortez Creek?
I'm a snake oil peddler looking to flog my wares. Are you currently suffering from any ailments?
Me, why no? I'm in tip-top condition, but you'll fit right in with the other snake oil salesmen we got here.
He places your drink on the bar counter in front of you.
Anyway, I figured you were either here for the hanging or the gold. Or perhaps you're just one of those outlaw types that this fine town seems to attract, which is absolutely tip-top A-OK, don't get me wrong.
Interesting.
All are welcome in Randy's Saloon, you see, me being Randy.
Yes, Randy.
You glance towards the swinging door of the kitchen.
Hell, this guy's insufferable. How long does it take to serve up some gray slop?
Did you catch
Randy's
the
man.
hanging?
Yes, I did.
I missed it myself. You had to keep the doors of Randy's Saloon open, you understand?
Of course, for Randy.
Just as well, really. That little Louie fella used to drink here a few times.
Really?
Wouldn't have felt right to watch him go. Not like that, in front of everyone.
Okay, we're about to get some information on little
A look
Louie.
of melancholy flashes across Randy's face suddenly.
Uh-oh.
You knew him?
Sure did. Small little guy, that little Louie. I knew he could be a sneaky son of a gun when he wanted to be, but I couldn't have guessed the extent of what he got up to. He was dull as dishwater.
Dull as dishwater?
You know, a couple bullets shy of a full chamber. Not very bright. What I mean is, I never took that little Louie for quite the villain he turned out to be.
Or
Played
was.
us all for a fool, I imagine.
I see.
I dare say I'm glad he was caught, God rest his soul. Hopefully now with him gone, this town will settle down a bit. Heck knows we need it. And if anyone was gonna catch the varmint, it would have to be Wildfire, of course.
Who is Wildfire?
Wildfire again? Can you tell me about Wildfire?
Randy looks at you in puzzlement.
You're telling me you don't know who Wildfire is? Well, Wildfire's the fiercest bounty hunter this side of Mississippi. Yes, sirree. Can shoot a man down in the blink of an eye. And speaking of eyes, that Wildfire has a gaze as cold as ice.
Is he English?
Randy shudders and stares off into the distance, as if he can feel Wildfire's gaze on him now.
As cold as ice? Maybe that mysterious outlaw I encountered earlier was Wildfire all along.
Before you can ask anything more, a man comes from the swinging kitchen door and places a bowl of what can only be described as slop on the bar.
Ah, and here's your Randy's famous buffalo stew.
You don't mean like charcoal? Because boy, does
You
that...
enjoy that now, and make sure to eat it while it's popping hot. Brings out the flavor that way.
I hope that tastes better than what it looks.
It's just as gray and sad looking up close. But by this point, you're starving, so you're not about to complain.
I still will.
You pay Randy, take the stew and your drink, and walk to a table on the opposite side of the saloon, far away from Randy and his unsettling face. As you settle into your seat, you can't help but feel like you're being watched. You glance around the saloon, your eyes scanning the smoky room for any signs of the mysterious outlaw. Only to catch sight of a woman instead.
Oh,
her gaze
she looks
fixed
good.
on you as she sits with her back against the wall in the far corner. The air is so dark and smoky that you struggle to make out her face, but something seems vaguely familiar about her. Then you hear a yell, followed by the sound of a chair toppling to the floor.
Oh, Lord.
What did you just say?
Don't just chip me out my cards.
I said what I said. Maybe you ought to clean your ears out.
You're a cheater.
I didn't ask for your lip, boy. You're right near crossing the line right now.
The first man grabs a glass bottle from the table and smashes it, jutting the broken bottleneck towards the other man's neck.
Looks like I need to teach you a lesson on respecting your superiors.
This ain't my rodeo. I'm not getting involved.
The exchange is punctuated by the squeak of wooden chair legs against the floorboards. You glance across the saloon. It's the same woman who was watching you just moments ago. There are hushed whispers from the surrounding tables.
Didn't I just put you away 2 days ago, cabron?
Oh.
Don't talk to me like
Very
that,
good.
you darn uppity bitch.
She has a very good
Go
voice.
your place. You and the rest of you bootlickers. I don't know why y'all act so darn terrified around some woman.
One.
I'll show you. There ain't nothing to be afraid of.
You watch as he reaches for the gun in his back waistband. But before he can draw, you hear a click. The honky-tonk piano falters mid-tune, and the whole saloon goes silent. You look back at the woman and see a glint of a gun held at her hip, aimed directly at the man.
Take your pathetic counterfeit silver and find some other saloon to darken. Don't make me waste a bullet on you.
After a few tense moments, the man grumbles in resignation and shuffles out of the saloon. You hear some more whispers before the tack piano starts up again. Almost immediately, the ambience is more or less returned to normal. Then, you sense the woman glancing at you, and you catch eyes as she puts her gun back in her holster. In that moment, you remember where you recognize her from. But there's no way. Could it really be? Santana de la Mora, your rival from your youth.
Oh, really?
Santana? Is that you?
She raises an eyebrow, and the corner of her lips pull up in what you interpret to be a smile.
Yeah.
It's you.
Taking this as an invitation, you grab your untouched bowl of Randy's famous buffalo stew and your drink, and head to her table.
So she's the rival of your character. Interesting. I wonder if she's also a
Santana
potential love
barely
interest.
acknowledges you as you take a seat. She just leans back in her chair as she pulls a small tin and a box of matches from her pocket, discarding her gloves. She places a cigar between her lips, strikes a match on the table, and lights it. The silence stretches, and a nervous edge creeps in. You can't help but feel like you've wasted her time by approaching her with nothing to say.
So, what?
She raises an eyebrow at your choice of question, but doesn't miss a beat.
I suppose it's famous for how universally undecided it is.
You laugh quietly, and she gives you a slight smile.
Might as well break the ice.
Do you live here now in Cortez Creek? Or are you just passing through?
Oh, I'm here and there.
That's not much of an answer.
And you? Just visiting to peddle your snake oil, I gather.
She raises her eyebrow in skepticism, waiting for your answer.
Oh, you overheard me talking to Randy earlier? Actually, I was only joking back there. I'm not a snake oil salesman at all.
I see. So you're just here to peddle some lies instead. That's a shame. This town has enough liars as it is. Relax, I'm only messing around.
But her cold expression says differently. You wish you could melt into your chair, right here and now.
I really only came here to chase a bounty.
Which bounty was that then?
I was
The
after
last one.
that little Louis guy. Traveled a few days across the desert just for him. But someone got to him first. Some bounty hunter they call Wildfire.
Santana smirks and takes another drag from her cigar as she watches you. Fearing more awkward silence, you keep talking. Rambling, to be more precise.
I don't know. Maybe you had the same problem when you first got here. Everyone treats me like an outsider, and yet somehow they still expect me to know all the unwritten rules about this place. Like who this Wildfire guy is. Frankly, I'm sick of hearing about him.
Well, they do say that Wildfire's the best there is. But I'm not so sure.
I'm trying to figure out if she's Wildfire or not.
Oh yeah? What makes you say that?
If he's as good as they say, why would he waste his time being a bounty hunter, chasing after petty criminals and lowlifes? Why not do something practical with that talent?
You frown, unsure if she meant that as an insult to you, having just announced yourself as a bounty hunter. But a quick glance at her face suggests she meant no offense. She's staring thoughtfully into space, her arms crossed, with one hand lightly holding the cigar at her lips. Your gaze settles on her hand. You can't help but notice her knuckles are bruised and bloody.
Huh. What an odd sight for someone with such delicate hands.
You're tempted to ask her what she does for a living. Most folk wouldn't expect to see a woman drinking alone in a saloon in a town like Cortez Creek, except for ladies of the night, of course.
Horse!
Then again, Santana never followed the rules, not even as a kid. But before you can ask, she leans forward slightly, regarding you.
This little Louis Shepherd. I presume you attended the hanging. What did you make of him?
I don't know. Something maybe seemed a little off about the whole thing.
You don't look at her directly, but you feel her eyes dart towards your face.
Off? In what way?
Honestly, I don't think little Louis did it.
Santana's expression doesn't change, but you feel the intensity of her gaze.
First of all, how could one guy commit all of those crimes on his own, let alone someone as unimpressive looking as little Louis?
Damn!
It just doesn't add up. Then there's what people have said about him. Randy said little Louis used to be a patron here. Said he was known for getting into trouble at times, but mentioned he wasn't very bright. Call me a skeptic, but there's no way a saphead like little Louis could have done all that over a 2-year time frame without getting caught.
She says nothing, but there's a slight upward tug in the corner of her lips. Almost like she's smiling. It goes silent between the two of you once again, and you let your curiosity get the better of you.
Why do you ask?
Santana just looks at you and leans back into her chair, her expression impenetrable, like she's assessing you.
I hear the bruises on her hands.
Sizing up your worth.
Damn.
A few moments pass and it becomes clear you're not going to get an answer. Santana certainly seems harder to read than you remember. It's difficult to put your finger on exactly how. but you get a sense that something's troubling her. Perhaps she's a bounty hunter too, and she's feeling low because she also missed out on the reward to Wildfire, which would explain why she resorted to drinking away her sorrows in the shadows of Randy's saloon, just like you.
How long are you staying in Cortez Creek?
That depends.
What?
However long you're staying.
Santana's eyes flicker up at your words, but she says nothing more.
Actually, I'm just here for the one night. The only reason I came here was for the bounty on little Louie, but now that's no more, I'll have to seek out other pastures. Cortez Creek ain't exactly my idea of a good time. Plus, it seems like that Wildfire probably has a monopoly on just about every criminal in the area by the sounds of it.
Santana chuckles. Just as you think you've finally managed to warm her up enough to get some semblance of a conversation flowing, she stands up, knocks back the last of her drink, and places the glass back down on the table.
Shame you're not sticking around any longer.
Oh.
It might have been fun to put you in your place again, for old time's sake.
You perk up. That was unmistakably an invitation to stick around, right? But before you can reply, she glances down at your rank bowl of buffalo stew.
It's goat, by the way. Nearest buffalo isn't for 500 miles. That's probably what makes it so famous.
Without waiting for a response, she puts her hat on and walks away, disappearing into the smoky saloon air. The memories of your youth are patchy, but even now she carries that same aura you remember, like an untamed force, capable of bending everything around her into a dazed frenzy. You glance down at your bowl of buffalo, goat, stew.
I wonder how many lines he had to read.
Demanding sustenance. You swallow down the knot in your throat, pick up your spoon, and dig in. The tough, dry meat is as unpleasant as you feared, like chewing on leather straps. After emptying your bowl, you wipe your mouth with the back of your hand and get up to leave.
Well, how is Randy's famous buffalo stew?
Are you kidding? It was disgusting.
I swear poisoning folks ain't on my agenda.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, before you go, I see you got yourself...
I didn't know she was going there.
Mighty impressive, if I may say so.
Acquainted? What do you mean?
Why, acquainted with Wildfire, of course.
She was Wildfire.
Real good job charming her like that. I've never seen her talk that much to a single soul. Never mind selling snake oil. You must have been a snake charmer in your previous life.
He walks away to serve a customer at a nearby table, leaving you standing in bewilderment.
Santana? Santana is Wildfire?
Mercifully, nights in Cortez Creek are far cooler than its days.
Alright, I'm going to pause here because it's almost an hour. But yes, this is the demo for Love's Fool's Gold. As we just learned, Santana, our old rival, is Wildfire. Kind of makes sense in a way, I guess. I'm not sure. But we'll see. You know, maybe, well, we'll see, I say. Maybe you'll see. Why don't you guys check out the demo? It is a visual novel, so this is the gameplay. You watching and reading the story and making choices. Let me know what you guys think of it. And I'll see you guys in the next part. Until then, adios.